Welcome back, Checotah, Oklahoma, and here at Ray Grandstaff Stadium, Ogle Field, and we have the Checotah Wildcats up 14-0. We're going to look at a few replays here. This is the opening kickoff here, Brian, and that was Howard.
Yep.
Took about 62 yards, opening kickoff. It was a kind of a long onside kick, and basically no one covered the sideline.
No, he turned around and looked. Here's the interception. You can see that he's thrown to a spot, and that Howard just came off his man and just sat right underneath that. Oh, here's the big hit from
Big
Bailey.
hit, right.
I'll tell you, Bailey's a football player. They've got some nice pieces, does Eufaula.
This is the
yeah, the little throwback.
Pippinger was open, yeah.
Yeah, you know, if the tailback from Eufaula had sticked his head in there and taken that blitzer on, they would have had 6. That him half blocking that blitzer.
High snap here. This is when Colin Roberts comes in, knocks the ball loose, but Fitzer was able to get back on top of it.
Yep. You can see those high snaps have plagued Eufaula all night long.
It's that young center they've got. So we'll see what. I don't think we were able to get Coach Newton on the sideline. You may have forgot about us. I didn't get to hear what Coach Hendricks had to say. I was really interested in what Hendricks had to say. I wasn't able to get the audio up here. And
this second half for me is going to be really, really interesting because I think that Checotah came out and landed a haymaker, and I think, for the most part, I think that they thought that was the knockout blow. And here comes Eufaula. They took that punch right in the mouth and got up off the mat. And really, outside of that play, it's a 7-0 game. You know.
Well,
6-0.
6-0, yeah, because you take away that and a 2-point conversion. But
yep.
So Eufaula. Defensively, Eufaula's held them to 6 points.
They have. Shropshire's been a little bit off, and I think that Eufaula has a lot to do with that. They've changed the line of scrimmage a lot. We talked about Checotah's offensive line in the pregame, and I think to a certain extent they hadn't answered the bell the way Chinders would like. And Shropshire's been a little bit off. So
the rhythm just hasn't been there. So Checotah kicks off, and so look for a kind of a pooch kick here. Lines it up and lines it downfield. And that is Anderson or Alexander.
Uh-oh.
He's got some room on the left.
There we go.
And Alexander's got a little bit of speed there, be able to bounce it to the left.
He caught that going forward on the run, ran into kind of a wall, and then switched field, and the Checotah pursuit had bent in. Hunter Hamilton on the stop there, and finally was able to corral him at about the 38, 39.
So 1st and 10 for the Eufaula Ironheads coming out of halftime, third quarter, on the 30, we'll call it the 37-yard line. Maybe closer to 38. We'll call it 38. 1st and 10.
Oh, that's going to be a
and all kinds of popcorn on the line.
The tailback was moving. Somebody in the line was moving.
Not what the Ironheads wanted coming out of halftime, and we've talked about this before. Checotah is a very solid third quarter team.
Yep. I don't think that's the start that Coach Newton wanted right there. He got a good kickoff, and then they immediately start shooting themselves in the foot again.
So 1st and 15, man in motion, and once again they're going to have movement.
You know, number one, if he's been moving early quite a bit, and he's got his hands on his head right now, I think he realizes he got away with one right there.
Yeah, and that's Nick Jones, the backup quarterback. So Jones playing slot wide receiver. The run was by Alexander, picks up a minimal gain.
Yeah.
2nd and 15 now the call.
See if they can establish those little underneath routes again and go from there. Looking back to the sidelines for the signals. Eufaula's done a real good job of bleeding the clock, keeping the ball out of Checotah's hands. It hasn't always been pretty.
And that wasn't pretty if you're a Eufaula fan right there. Lots of white or blue jerseys. I'll get the color right. Lots of blue jerseys on top of Fitzer right there. And
Bobby Morton, along with a host of several other Wildcats there in the backfield. And here we go again. They're backed up. It's at 3rd and 30. There's been more of those 3rd and 30 downs in this game than I've ever seen in my life.
And what's sad is they've come close to converting a lot of them.
That one they had, they wiped it out with a holding penalty. High snap
once again, running for his life, and nowhere to go as he gets smashed by Fisher and number 28, Tyler Barlow. Great camera work there on our sideline.
They've got to get that figured out. Coach Newton is talking to an assistant there. I'm not.
Yeah, he's not. That's been their Achilles heel this game.
Yeah, it's really thrown the timing off because you don't have a lot of time. Checotah has kind of owned the line of scrimmage, so it's all about timing. You've got to get those snaps right so the timing of the play can be on time.
So punting from almost their own 20.
Oh,
almost blocked, and
he lost
bounced off Barrett. It's a live ball. That's anybody's ball. Eufaula recovers it.
Hit him?
It hit him on the backside, so it is Eufaula's ball.
Nick Jones.
So, wow, big play by Nick Jones, and that was a hot, low punt.
Kudos to 22 there for getting out and taking Barrett out. I don't know if he completely realized it, but he took him out and allowed his buddy, number 1, to clean it up.
That was a very good, unselfish play. Watch this on the replay. Pushes him out of the way. Wow, that is a play. That's a play of a game potential right there.
Yeah, and here we go now. That's how you pick up 4th and 30 right there.
So Eufaula takes a timeout. I think this is probably more or less to pull the reins back and maybe settle down the offensive line a little bit. So, yeah, let's take a quick commercial, and we'll be back in about 30 seconds.
You are called to be bold. You have a right to the best wireless service, high-speed internet, and customer service at a price you can feel good about. At Bravado Wireless, we know this, and that's why we put you and your community first. We are owned and operated right here in Eastern Oklahoma. We live where you live. We proudly connect you to your family, friends, and business partners wherever they are. Dallas, Seattle, Taipei, Toronto, and anywhere else in the world. We are Bravado Wireless. We believe in the power of connection.
Checotah, Oklahoma, and your hometown Wildcats are ahead 14-0 over the arch nemesis, the Eufaula Ironheads. If you just joined us, Eufaula punting from their own 20, 4th and forever. It ricocheted off of Barrett from the Wildcats, and Jones recovers it. 4 wide receiver set, hands off to Alexander. Alexander, a little bit of room. Looks like he slipped going around the left side and picks up nothing.
Play. It was like the quarterback was counting on the snap to be high because it had been high all night long, and he jumped, and then it came to him, so the timing was again thrown off. Colin Roberts on the stop. Seems like you said Colin Roberts' number quite a bit this evening on defense.
Colin Roberts has had a very good game defensively. He had the sack earlier on Fitzer that knocked the ball loose.
See, these trips formations are getting Fisher out of the box.
And as a quarterback design run, will actually lose. No, he won't. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and previously they lost 2. So that will bring up a 3rd and 12. Tackle was made by Colin Roberts once again. Roberts, by our count, should have around 6 or 7 solo tackles.
16 or 17?
That might be closer to the truth.
Luke Keekley Jr. out there, folks. Here we go. 3rd down and 12 again. They're behind the sticks again. Let's see what they can do.
Pitcher looks under pressure, chunks it, and really no one in the vicinity as he gets hit as he's thrown. Yeah. And he was getting happy feet as there was many blue jerseys surrounded him.
Yeah. Todd Lackey was the one who applied the immediate pressure on him and hit him as he thrown. He was about to turn loose of that ball, and he noticed that the cornerback had played it pretty well, so he kind of started to eat it. And again, that was a one-read deal. He never looked on the side, the trips side of the formation. They singled him up at the top and tried to throw a go route.
So that'll lead to punting situation once again for Eufaula, punting from the 45. Nearly blocked again, and
a good punt right there.
Nice punt, and bounces at the one. Yeah, bounces at the one into the end zone. So that'll bring the ball out to the 20-yard line for the Checotah Wildcats.
Boy, these rivalries bring out the craziest things in teams, man. I know we were talking in pregame how we expected to maybe have a little bit different score line this early in the 3rd quarter, but man, here we are. We're right in a dogfight. Eufaula's right in this game.
You know, a turnover here and a busted play there. This is a tie ball game. Hands off to Fisher in the backfield. Again. Nowhere to go.
They're really keying on him.
I'm pretty sure they followed him into the locker room.
Yeah. He's a marked man, you know. So it looks like they're trying to speed the tempo of their offense a little bit, maybe get into some rhythm.
So almost a 4-yard loss. We're going to call it a 3-yard loss. So 2nd and 13 for the Wildcats. Clock is at 7:35 and ticking. Shropshire looks to his left, and he's got Howard. Yep. Howard bobbled it just a bit, slowed him down coming out of his break.
Yeah.
So that will bump them up 7 yards and turn this into a 3rd and 8.
Jacob Shotwell there on the stop. Yeah, they're starting to increase the tempo a little bit.
Three wide receivers and a tight end. Your tight end is Colin Roberts. Fisher in the backfield. Shropshire calls out signals.
Trips to the boundary. Here comes the blitz, 24.
And hands it off to Fisher to the right. Man. And wow, he just got laid out. And that was by number 8, Larry Ray.
Yeah, that undersized DT.
Looking here on the replay, he's going to just hunt him down.
That's
good
hustle,
pursuit.
Man.
Boom.
He cleaned it up. Yep.
Wow.
Let's see.
So
we'll see a quick kick.
We should have a quick kick. Quick trip.
Quick
trip. Yeah.
Whoop. Easy for you to say.
Right.
Yep, there we go. Oh, it hit somebody. Look at this.
Wow. And I think it just came off his foot awkward, and it kicked right into the line of scrimmage, so that will go down as a minus 2-yard punt.
Yep, and Kendon Watson, the Johnny on the
here
spot.
It is right here.
To cover it up, yep.
I think he may hit Fisher.
Hey, you know, as much as we've talked about Checotah being led by, Shropshire's having an off night. Boy. I mean, I think we got to call it like it is. You know, he's done a good job, and he can still settle into this game. He's made some big throws, but he's been kind of off tonight.
Handoff. Nope, this time Fisher's going to keep it, trying to do a zone read and just get swallowed up by Lackey.
Yep.
Lackey probably bests him by about 140 pounds.
Or 240.
And Lackey's a big old boy. We don't have height and weight, but he's got to be at least 6'4".
Yep.
He's probably pushing 260, 270.
I still think Checotah can't abandon that quick passing game. They've got to get something going in there.
Fisher rolls out to his left, trying to get to the corner, throws it, and
they're going to get a hold. 22 on the hold there.
Are they going to get a hold, or are they going to get a personal foul?
Devin Alfred was on the catch there. It looks like they're.
Oh, you called it, and they're going to get a hold.
Alfred on the stop.
So it was Alexander on the holding. You know,
That was a little ticky-tacky, I think. I'm not sure who Coach Newton over there is upset with. If he's upset with the ref for the ticky-tack call or the back for holding.
Right.
But he's upset. He was upset. He took his headset. When a coach takes their headset off, somebody's going to get yelled at.
Pitcher looking deep. He's got a man,
golly.
and oh my goodness, I think Jones quit running, was hoping to get a call.
Yeah, he ran it shallow. The quarterback threw a go, and he ran like a dig, a deep end, you know?
Right.
They weren't on the same page. It looks like Jones is limping. I don't know if he's cramping or.
Looking, you may be cramping that toe. When that toe starts curling to the top, you usually have a nasty cramp going on. So that may have been part of it.
Yep.
4 wide receivers, 2 top, 2 bottom. Fisher still the quarterback, takes a snap, and looking deep once again.
Oh,
wow,
nice play
what
on the
a
ball.
grab.
He made a nice play. We've got a flag here. There's something happening between 16 from Eufaula and 3. I think we might get another personal foul on number 3.
Well,
see what happens down at the bottom of your screen.
What a grab.
Yes, he made a play on the ball. Shropshire didn't locate the ball.
Nice adjustment.
Okay, what was the flag?
We didn't get to see that end of it.
They going to call ineligible receiver downfield or something? Let's see that again.
We got a different angle here. I don't know what's going on, but we got a player down over there, and that may be.
Is that the receiver? No. Is that Pippinger? One of the Pippingers down? 18? Cramping. Look at that. There we go. I don't know. I'm still interested in what this flag down here is. That's going to be a big call because right now, what's it, 3rd down and.
No, we'll keep it here.
3rd down and 5, 6.
No, go ahead and go to commercial. Yeah, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be back in about 30 seconds.
There is truly no place like home. Right here in Eastern Oklahoma, Bravado Wireless provides the best unlimited talk, text, and data for only $40 a month. We believe in strong, connected communities. That's why we live stream community events like local football games. You may not know us by name, but we'll be at the same festivals and cheering for our kids on the same sidelines. Because we live where you live. Visit bravadowireless.com or visit one of our stores, where we make it easy to join our family. Bravado Wireless. We believe in the power of connection.
Welcome back to Checotah, Oklahoma, Checotah, America. The Pippinger on the catch there, and they made the timeout was for leg cramps. 18 had leg cramps there.
Nothing on the flag?
It was a sideline warning.
Sideline warning, all right.
Yep, it was a sideline warning on Checotah.
So 4th and 6. Ironheads will go for it. Has a man and makes the catch.
Oh, the 2nd and 3rd effort. Get it, big fella.
Kretschmeyer is going to pull the first down.
Yes.
And he did that earlier, was fighting for extra yards.
He looked like a pinball. Look at this.
Nice read.
A little under route. 1, 2, 3. And they took a 4th man to get him down. And, hey, he needed because he only got it by a yard, so he needed every bit of that effort.
So that will bring up 1st and goal from the 9. So Eufaula knocking on the door in the red zone.
See, they're in a pistol set.
Pistol set, forward shoots, low snap, hands it off to Anderson. Anderson down the left side, slips.
Yep.
Doggone, that's the 2nd time running back has gone to the left and slipped.
He got a good 3, though. Now, that was a change. The snap was low.
And your senior running back in there now, so we have about a 4-yard gain, 3-yard gain. We're on the
Howard come up from his right cornerback spot to clean up the slip. Gets credit for the tackle there. Jones is checked back into the game for Eufaula. He was out with a little cramp earlier.
2nd and 9.
The receivers are in a stacked
2nd and goal. Stacked, 4 wide receiver set. And
that's going to throw a flag there. Come on, guys.
that's whew. Checotah got away with a hold,
that was interference.
defensive holding there, and that was Howard on top of him.
Yep. He got there way early. I don't know how they got away with that. It happened right in front of the official.
Right in front of the.
That drives a coach insane.
So 3rd and goal.
Let's see if they can put that play behind them, though. See, they're throwing a little bit. It was loosened.
Anderson down.
Look at that.
Straight up the middle with the run, and he will stop on the 5-yard line.
Got a yard.
So this will bring up a 4th and goal from the 5. Anderson looks gassed.
Yep.
So he's being helped up. So let me ask you, do you go back to the quick slant with Kiertzmeyer that got you the last first down?
They ran that out of a stacked set. The front receiver, it's kind of interference, and it gives the back receiver a free release, and he just comes in. It's a little 5-yard in, what it looks like, and they may have a play come off that. Maybe give that same action, give a little hitch, and throw it to the other one.
4th and goal from the 5. 2 men in the backfield. And it's going to fake handoff both sides. Going to roll out to his right. Here he comes, sideline, throws it up, and way, way deep. That was about 10 yards too deep out of the back of the end zone.
The only thing close to him was the play clock.
The play clock was the closest on that one, and I'm not even sure. Well, I knew who he was throwing it to, but wow, he was way off.
Yeah, well, Fisher was bearing down on him. And he looked like he may have had some bad intentions, Eric.
Sure, Fisher was not going to exchange Christmas card information.
Well, I'm pretty sure that Fisher's tired of getting hit. Maybe he wants to do some hitting.
Do some hitting for a change. So the Wildcats will take over on the 5, and they have a 3 wide receiver set, 2 on the bottom. It's going to hand off to Fisher. Fisher up the middle, and woo, I thought he was going to step out of that one, but he's swallowed up by that Eufaula defense.
Stephen Ray again. 58, the Pippinger. Man, he's right there. No, 58's not Pippinger. Kendon Watson. I apologize, Mr. and Mrs. Watson at home.
Handoff Fisher once again.
Oh,
loses the ball on the ground, being kicked around, and Eufaula's going to get it, or excuse me, Checotah's going to get it back, but the offensive lineman was kicking it around trying to grab it.
Yep, the guy that who's the right tackle for Checotah?
Right tackle would be Todd Lackey.
Todd Lackey or Clancy Campbell may have come up with that. One of those two.
Brings up 3rd, and so they actually gain yardage on the fumble.
That's the kind of night that Eufaula's having.
3rd and 4. Quick little out pattern.
Well,
he could go.
That's it.
And Barrett, good night, Vienna.
He took it to the limo.
Took it to the house, and so we have a 75-yard. No, that would be an 80.
Yep, it's going to be right at 82, 83.
82 or 83-yard catch and go.
That missed tackle,
That missed tackle right there on the sideline. Goodness gracious. Eufaula, Checotah dodges a bullet with a fumble and turns around on an out pattern, and
that's the kind of night it's been.
Or a little hitch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was just designed to.
But you know what I noticed 2 plays ago, Barrett looks over to the sideline and is giving the coaches a signal. 2-point conversion.
Gets the 2-point conversion.
Barrett gets 2-point, right. But he's looking at the coaches giving a signal like they're playing off of me or whatever, and that may have been what he was asking for. So there you go, big plays. 22-0 now in the 3rd quarter with 2 minutes, is that right?
Yep.
2 minutes and 5 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. And Barrett there, as you see, takes his helmet off, walking to the sideline, gets the 80-something yard touchdown catch and reception and go.
That's the first time all night long that they've been able to break a tackle. Eufaula gave an inch, and Checotah was right there to pounce on it.
You know, you're very correct, because Eufaula's really done a really nice job of tackling.
And it's that little deal. That all they needed was that inch, and he took it.
You know, I'm certainly not trying to put the horses in the barn yet, but I think if you're Coach Newton, you know, you've got to be very happy with the play, because you're literally inches away from doing something very spectacular.
But in the moment, the coaches don't. When he watches film tomorrow, whenever he watches it, in the moment, coaches don't feel like that. They're like,
no,
you're right there. You've got to make that stop. And it's a learning process for him. You know, that was a sophomore out there, and he just missed the tackle.
Checotah will line up. Now, last time Eufaula got a good return on this, so let's see what happens this time. Fair catch is called, and that's called by Bailey.
Yep.
Bailey's had an active night.
Yep. Just find the ball. You'll find Bailey. I think the last two offensive possessions, they've kind of gone away from throwing to him. I think maybe we'll see some more passes headed his direction right now.
Well, if you look out there right now, you get 22 Alexander is calling. I don't know if he's looks like he's cramping up.
Yeah, he said he can't go. So. Boy, you sure hate it. You know, just a little bad luck that Eufaula's had all night. They've had the same kind of bad snaps or bad passes that have turned into 2 or 3 yard gains where they turn out for Eufaula to be 10, 20 yard losses.
Right. Hands off to Anderson. Anderson nowhere to run off the left side. A lot of blue jerseys there.
What did he lose, 3 or 4?
I think they said he lost 3.
Bobby Morton on the stop.
So that
He's having himself a nice game.
That will bring up second and, wow, it's almost 4. So I'm going to call it second and 14.
Yep.
Ball on the 21.
Let's see if Eufaula can respond a little bit here. They desperately need a first down.
4 wide receivers set, 2 up top, 2 up bottom, 2 on the bottom. Pitcher with the snap and slings it out.
One, Nick Jones there.
Jones
cramped up.
It almost looked like Fitzer just kind of shot putted that ball out.
Yeah, Luke Collette was there on the stop as soon as he got the ball.
And
he's taking his helmet off. He's just cramping.
So we'll take a timeout as they check out young man on the ground. We'll be right back in about 30 seconds.
Big wireless companies keep getting bigger and bigger, but their coverage where you live is still small. At Bravado Wireless, we provide the best unlimited talk, text, and data for only $40 a month, right here in Eastern Oklahoma. You deserve to connect fast to your family, friends, and colleagues, wherever they are, with no interruptions and no excuses. Don't buy into big. Go bold. Go Bravado. Visit bravadowireless.com or visit one of our stores, where we make it easy to join our family. Bravado Wireless. We believe in the power of connection.
Back to Checotah Wildcats, the hometown of Carrie Underwood, among other people. Wildcats up 22-0 here at Ray Grandstaff Stadium, and that is a painful situation. If you've never had those cramps like that, that is no fun at all. You see the
Jones, that's the second time tonight he's had the cramps, so he's played both ways, and I wonder if that, because he's the one that missed the tackle, and I wonder if he was cramping up, or I mean, he's obviously half speed, so maybe he makes that tackle. Oh, he's cramping up again before he can get off the field.
Boy, yeah, I feel for him. You know, we've seen a lot of that. It's Oklahoma humidity does that. Boy, look at the crowd, man. We've got a nice crowd. That's a Eufaula crowd right there. Nice crowd on both sides. People standing all the way around the fence and the track. The Checotah Athletic Director told me this is the biggest gate that they will have all year long.
We got a 2nd and 12 here, or 3rd and 12.
Pitcher takes the snap, rolls to his left, looking, trying to find someone, and he got
just a little bit behind.
Kritzmeyer, but couldn't reel it in.
He's getting. Checota's kind of picked up where they left off in the first half. They're getting home quite a bit. I think the quarterback's getting a little gun shy now.
He's had lots of blue jerseys around him. This brings up 4th and 11. Brings up the punt team, or brings out the punt team.
Checota's been awful close to blocking these all night long. Let's see if they get home this time and really send this game. Get some of those reserves in. Oh, it was a bad deal.
Bad snap, and he gets it away.
He got it on.
Barrett's going to catch it on the bounce. He's down the right sideline. Cuts back in, back outside, and flag comes in a little late.
I think we're going to get a face mask.
So Barrett takes it on the bounce down the right sideline.
That little, whoever the first one back down there got just a little piece of him and threw him off balance that allowed that to only go for 15-yard return instead of a legal block in the back.
Block in the back by the Wildcats.
So Eufaula, by my count, Eufaula catches their first break of the night.
Second. The bounce off of Barrett and the recovered. Yeah.
28-yard line where the Wildcats take over first down.
Let's see if the Checotah offense can come to life now. Let's see if they can get Fisher untracked and have him carry him home, you know?
1st and 10 on the Eufaula 48. 3 wide receiver set. Shropshire takes snaps, going to call his own number straight up the middle, and whoop, whoop, dodges a couple.
Yep, they were keying on Barrett or Fisher again. That's the first time, well, the second time he's kept it all night long, and I think he can do more of it.
Shropshire picks up 8 on the play, brings up 2nd and 2. Shropshire, your quarterback in the backfield with Fisher, and he pats himself on the chest looking at his wide receivers. And I believe he called that one. And I think that was a check with me.
Yeah. Malachi Harris caught that. They were playing that off coverage, and he just rose up and just threw it out there, took those free yards, you know.
Well, Shropshire looked over to him and patted his chest, so it must have been a check with me. And
water break.
End of our third quarter. So 3 quarters in the books. 22-0, Checotah Wildcats on top over the Eufaula Ironheads as we end the third quarter. So stick around. This one's not over yet. We'll take a commercial. We'll be right back. Bravado TV, Friday Night Lights.
You are called to be bold. You have a right to the best wireless service, high-speed internet, and customer service at a price you can feel good about. At Bravado Wireless, we know this, and that's why we put you and your community first. We are owned and operated right here in Eastern Oklahoma. We live where you live. We proudly connect you to your family, friends, and business partners wherever they are. Dallas, Seattle, Taipei, Toronto, and anywhere else in the world. We are Bravado Wireless. We believe in the power of connection.
Welcome back, Checotah, Oklahoma. The start of the fourth quarter, the McIntosh County War, and barring a complete meltdown, the Wildcats should have this one. So it should pick up win number 53. But however, it's not over till the fat lady sings.
I have a lot of respect tonight for the Checotah defense because they've spent a lot of time on the field and they've bent a little in places, but they haven't ever broken.
First down, hands off to Fisher. Fisher straight up the gut. And going to pick up about 8, maybe 9 yards.
John Bailey on the stop.
So that will bring up 2nd and 2.
Boy, where would Eufaula be tonight without Bailey's defensive effort?
I'll tell you what, Bailey and Pippinger have had a very nice ball game. 3 wide receiver. Shropshire's going to look to his right, throws it out, and whoa, right through the hands.
Malachi Harris.
Harris had the big gain just a few minutes ago. This one slips through his fingers.
You know, we've got 2 Checotah players retying their shoes, or Eufaula players retying their shoes.
So this will be a should be a third, and they've got it marked second and 2. I thought it was should be third down, shouldn't it? I thought it was third down.
Yeah, because Fisher picked up
Yeah.
8 yards.
So
it doesn't matter.
doesn't
They just
matter.
got it. He
First
kept it
down.
again.
Yeah.
Shropshire.
Shropshire bowls into the line, picks up about 4.5, 5 yards.
5 yards.
And so now we will have a 1st and 10 at the 15.
That's good for the first down.
3 wide receiver set.
Wildcats.
Throws it out, and
Yeah, nice open field tackle right there by 16. That was
Pass
textbook
complete out
right
to 3,
there.
Jacob Barrett.
Smell.
Switzer?
Making the stop, number 11, Noah
Stetson
Gray.
Smeltzer.
Smelter.
3-yard pickup on the play, second down.
Number 16 with a nice
Ball's at the 13-yard
open field
line.
tackle right there.
Very nice. So Wildcats are in the red zone. That picked up about 2, maybe 3.
Right at 3. Here come Eufaula on the blitz.
A little bit
Oh,
different
boy.
formation, and nice.
That was a great read by
Wow.
the senior quarterback.
That was because Colin Roberts slid over
Wildcats.
for the block, and he kept it. Everyone keyed on Fisher.
Yeah, everybody
Yeah.
ate and
It looked like it was just going to be a trap.
yeah.
Watch 21 here slide over into a trap, and bam! Everyone bid on Fisher, and even the secondary is looking for Fisher. Wow! Wow! That senior quarterback right there.
Yeah. He looks like maybe finally settled into the game.
What do we have here on the field? I don't understand this formation.
That's why they took a timeout. They didn't understand it either. They're going to kick a field goal here. Here's our guy with the orange shoes.
There we go. We traded kickers out.
There we go. Let's see.
Case is flood into attempt the extra point.
Who is that? Flood, Cason Flood.
And it's good.
And he got it in, so that will push the score 29-0.
And listen, if you're not watching this on Facebook, you're coming to us late, just tuning in, and you see 29-0, and you kind of think, oh, ho, hum. This was a dogfight. You know, you follow up against the odds. I mean,
There is truly no place like home. Right here in Eastern Oklahoma, Bravado Wireless provides the best unlimited talk, text, and data for only $40 a month. We believe in strong, connected communities. That's why we live stream community events like local football games. You may not know us by name, but we'll be at the same festivals and cheering for our kids on the same sidelines. Because we live where you live. Visit bravadowireless.com or visit one of our stores, where we make it easy to join our family. Bravado Wireless. We believe in the power of connection.
So you were saying that, you know, people may be tuning in late, and this has been a dogfight.
it has been 14-0 at halftime. They got a long pass play that,
Kind of broke it open.
yeah, kind of looks like it may have finally broken Eufaula's back there. And Shropshire's made an adjustment. I don't know if the coaches talked to him and said, hey, they are keying on Fisher. You need to keep that for a little while. And he's had 2 really, really good runs this half. So, Coach Newton, I'll take my hat off to him, man. He had this team ready to play tonight.
That gives us back deep
They're
receiving.
probably going to come up on the short end of the scoreboard, but it wasn't for a lack of trying, I'll tell you that.
I tell you what, he has. They scouted their butts off.
Yeah. They had Checotah chasing ghosts in that first quarter.
Anderson.
Ball's going to be
Trenton Dan.
Trenton Dan.
And the kicker came off limping 35 there. I don't know what happened on the kickoff. Did he stub his toe?
Man, I don't know. Those kickers, they're
They're a different cat.
they're crazy kids.
Hey, but now listen, for you kids at home, I think I said this the first week. If you can do it, kicking's the way to go. You can kick until you're about 50. Making 5, 6, 7 million a year. You add that up. That's a nice life.
That's a nice retirement.
Yep.
1st and 10 for the Eufaula Ironheads, and they really need to get some points on the board here. 4 wide receiver set. Anderson in the backfield. We haven't seen him a whole lot on offense.
We're showing blitz coming off that corner.
Gonna give it to Anderson straight up the middle, and
That wasn't a blitz at all. They expected to run. he would have just rose up and threw it to the inside slot.
Tackle made by Andrew Arden for the Wildcats.
Wonder if on the sideline there the coaches are seeing that, because those interior corners, linebackers, they're coming off their man early to play the run.
Jeremy Dog and Andrew Martin making the stop for Checotah.
And for the first time all night, we've got a little life on the
Balls
Checotah
at
side.
the
Cheerleaders are a little
23-yard
bit,
line, second down.
got a little bit of something going. There's more of a murmur. I think there was some nerves going on in that first half.
I think you're right, especially the 14-0 or
Batted down.
batted down
21.
defensive line. That's Colin Roberts. So Roberts, defensively, Roberts has been everywhere tonight.
Pass going to be tipped by the Wildcats.
You know, this is going to be an odd game
Football
to figure out, because I don't know who do you. I mean, Checota's up 29-0 at half right now, but off the top of my head, it's got to be somebody off the defense for the player of the game, Morton or maybe Roberts.
You know, well, Howard, because he has the interception, then he has the kick return for a touchdown. So Howard might be right there, and then Colin Roberts could be a close second place. And Roberts, look at him. He's coming off the edge and just
I think he
breaks him in half.
I think he just told you that he thinks that somebody else can play the game here.
I think Roberts may have my vote for player of the game.
Look at this.
Once again, that snap.
It's plagued Eufaula all night long. And for the first time all night long, the quarterback there, he's got his head down and he's limping around. We may get a look at the second string quarterback.
17-yard line, fourth down.
If they get the ball.
Oh, he's taking some hits, but remember the second string quarterback was Jones. He went out with all cramped up, right?
Calling Al Bundy.
Yep.
Al Bundy in the house.
Right, nice punt. Barrett's going to let it bounce. Is he going to? Yep, he thought about it, didn't he?
Sure did.
One more big bounce, and I think he probably would have snagged it.
You know, and even for Eufaula,
Clinton's going to be touched at the
Pippinger
44-yard line. Wildcats take over. First down.
Pippinger and Bailey have come up really big on their defense side of the ball. They've given up 29 points. The scoreboard says they've given up 29 points, but the defense has played really, really well.
Right. Now, ball was down by Nichols.
Here we go, Checotah's.
Checotah, 1st and 10 on their own 44-yard line. 3 wide receiver set, but standing up, I think on this, that's Colin Roberts. Roberts will release in the flats, but they find Collette, and Collette's taking some hits tonight.
24, who's Jake Anderson?
Zach Anderson.
Zach Anderson.
Yeah, Collette, he's one of those kids that's just like, Coach, just put me in there. I'll do whatever you want, man.
Eufaula's got a late guy trying to run off.
Yeah.
See if he got there.
He got there.
Good job, big fella.
Hands off to Fisher. Fisher spins, stays in the middle, and Eufaula still keying on Fisher, which they should.
Fisher on the carry for Checotah.
And this is a good learning game for Fisher because it hasn't come easy.
Right.
You know,
Jason
and
Pippinger, first man there.
Tackle by Hester.
I
Gain of a yard on the
I
play.
can't speak to it because I haven't seen a whole lot of holes open up. Like if he's missed something here, he's missed something there, the coaches will come back. And sometimes you just say, hey, man, they had your number that night.
3 wide receiver set. Going to fake a pass to Fisher.
Slip
screen right there, and it's going to go to Barrett. Barrett misses one, or slips one tackle. Now it's out to the races. Oh, gave him an okey-doke at the 10. Okey-doke at the 10 and goes in for a touchdown. So that was a good play call, but man, a lot of that was Barrett right there. That's 3 missed tackles.
Yeah, this is the first time all night long that Bailey wasn't able to come up and stop there.
Yeah.
He just had his head down going into the end zone.
Right.
Sorry, I tried to get a
There's our guy 68's in.
Pass completion.
I think that Coach Hendricks
Dave
did tell
Shropshire to
his team
Jacob Barrett.
afterwards, hey, this is how good you guys are. We didn't play well, and we're still up 35-0 over our big rival. So let's learn something. We can't play this bad against when the game starts counting next week.
Right.
So let's get things ironed out and go ahead.
36-7 the ball game is Wildcats.
All right, we'll take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back after these words from our sponsor.
Big wireless companies keep getting bigger and bigger, but their coverage where you live is still small. At Bravado Wireless, we provide the best unlimited talk, text, and data for only $40 a month, right here in Eastern Oklahoma. You deserve to connect fast to your family, friends, and colleagues, wherever they are, with no interruptions and no excuses. Don't buy into big. Go bold. Go Bravado. Visit bravadowireless.com or visit one of our stores, where we make it easy to join our family. Bravado Wireless. We believe in the power of connection.
Maid is getting married on Sunday.
Welcome back to Checotah, Oklahoma. It's all right. Hey, you know, our media director, Nate Overton, is getting married this Sunday. He will no longer be alone the rest of his life.
Zach Anderson back to receive the
Won't.
kickoff for the
He won't.
Ironheads.
Sorry, ladies.
Now the
Those
second
of you
kickoff
here
for
in
Checotah.
Checotah that have been ogling him all night long,
He's off the market.
is off the market.
Off the market.
Congratulations, Nate.
Fielded by Anderson. Anderson tries to bring it upfield, finds a little hole, and closes abruptly. Pile still moving.
Yep.
Finally down at the 35-yard
Should be
line.
taken out the
This is their-
35-yard line.
They've had good field position in the second half, you know?
Trenton
I
Dan,
think that if Coach Newton looks at anything
Jake
or
Davidson,
rules anything
and
about tonight, is that they
Andrew
didn't take
Art
advantage of their
Southwest Checotah.
opportunities. And he'll go back and show them on the film, hey, fellas, when
Ball
you're up
shot at the
against it,
35,
you're
first
the
down,
underdog. These are
Ironheads.
opportunities we can't miss on.
Literally, and they've been within inches.
Yes.
You know, and I'm not by no means beating down a young man, but those snaps, quarterback snap, the exchanges right there, those deep snaps, they just
Timeout by Eufaula there.
didn't have the personnel in they wanted.
Eufaula.
But they have wreaked havoc on their rhythm and everything. So
And so many of these new offenses these days, these no huddle,
Once again,
hurry up,
tonight's game is sponsored by
look back at the
Bravado
sideline.
Wireless.
It all is
Bravado
timing.
Wireless is your hometown wireless home provider offering unlimited
but
talk,
and if you look at the body language on both teams,
at Bravado Wireless.
you haven't seen any cramping on Checotah yet.
No.
And then Eufaula just looks exhausted.
And Eufaula appears to have gone to their second team defense. We see our guy 68 in there. He left quite an impression on us that first week.
Right.
Jalen Atkins.
You mean Checotah?
Yeah, Checotah.
Yes. But before we get too far gone here, what's the time left on the clock here? I can't quite see. 7:14 left in the fourth quarter. I need to thank our media director, Nate Overton, and my co-host, Brian Shows. I'm Eric Shannon. And then our sideline reporter is Demi Smith,
Our intrepid sideline.
Intrepid. And we are Brian with a Y.
Yes.
And actually it's Brian with an I, but that's all right.
I've
They-
been called worse.
They spelled mine with a K for a full season.
Oh, Lord.
I know it. Got too many men running same direction there.
That's even going to be illegal.
Gonna have a
now.
flag on play on the
It's
receiver
that
against the line.
timing thing.
Against
You know, right out of a
Ironheads.
timeout.
Camera operators are Shayla Harburger
Move the ball back inside
running
the
one of our
40-yard
cameras.
line.
Kelton
Second
Wiggins
team.
running our other camera. Sky Dickerson in the trailer, along with John Thompson, Mike Cambiano, and running graphics and the switcher and everything. And then our leader, Chris Rule,
Ironheads first down, 15.
who brought us dinner tonight, and we thank him for that. Fisher still in the game and kind of scrambling, looking to go somewhere.
Yeah. And he got 6 yards out of that.
50 on the
scramble.
carry to
Yep,
the
yep.
38,
Young man is
37-yard line.
Luke Paulette on the stop there. Now it looks like Checotah, I think I misspoke. I think they've got their second team line in, but I think that their
Pick up
secondary
with 8 yards
is still,
on the play,
oh, no,
second
'cause
down, 7.
Shropshire's out. Fisher's out. Colin Roberts is still in there, though.
Yeah. Well, I guess maybe they need it. Boy, they're coming downhill quick there, weren't they?
Yeah.
There we go. Nice little 5-yard gain there. Going to set up a manageable. What's it? Ball's at the 40. Ball's at the 42.
41-2, yeah.
Yep. We got a third down. This is the shortest third down they've had in at least 2 quarters.
Call it 3rd and 2.
3rd down and 3.
4 wide receiver set for Fisher, and in the backfield is Alexander. Going to hand off to Alexander. Wow.
He was
Met in the backfield, able to get loose a little bit and get back to maybe the line of scrimmage.
They're timing those snaps up really, really well. They could get a cheap first down here if they just go on a hard count, because those linebackers and DNs are triggering down, and they're timing the snap.
So 4th and 2.
Ball's at the 43-yard line.
43 and a half.
Yep. The empty backfield now. Let's see what.
5 wide receivers. So I would expect a hard count. Nope, it snapped it.
Oh.
Going to throw it way. Oh, he had 2 guys. Two guys that were, golly.
That's a result of getting hit all night long. He rushed that. If he would have just taken a tick longer and set his feet and throw, he had Bailey wide open in the flat. And the receiver he went to was actually more covered. Bailey was wide open.
I think that's something that you, as a coach, will look back on and say, young man, set your feet, and a half a second longer, and you've got two guys open for that.
Well, Shropshire's checked back into the game, but they've taken Fisher out.
Paulette, I believe, is your running back. I believe it is.
Yep.
Is it?
33.
33, Colette.
Yep.
Colette, your running back. He's going to pick up. Well, they're not going to give him anything.
No, he ran sideways for a while.
Making the stop for no
Ty
gain.
Pippinger on the stop.
Ball still at the 43-yard line, 2nd down 10.
Clock continuing to wind down. 4 minutes and 10 seconds. 9-8. Shropshire calls it. Going to roll out.
Little bootleg.
Bootleg, and
Oh.
wow, he's getting ping pong ball around in there. It's going to be about a 2-yard loss.
I know we talked about this against Keys, but it may be time to get him out.
Yeah, I would sure.
Zach Anderson was the final. He put the final nail in Shropshire's coffin, but he pinballed around quite a bit.
Yeah, I think either I'm pulling him or I'm telling him don't take those hits.
Get down.
We're up by 36 points. There's no reason to take any more
With
hits.
district start next weekend.
Right. You don't need a broken thumb or something like that. Throwing it out, and going to be a flag just rocketed in there. Probably going to more likely be a holding call. Pass was completed to Malachi Harris, sophomore.
Yep. Buddy, he's going to be one to watch on this team in the next few years. If they, I don't think we ever saw the backup for Checotah in week 1. I don't know who their backup quarterback is.
You know, I'm really unsure. The only other quarterback, they have Matt Clover listed as quarterback, and Andrew Arden, sophomore.
Yep.
So Arden or Clover are your backups.
Checotah Wildcats move the ball back 15 yards to the 41-yard line.
Oh boy, that's a big one right
Oh,
there.
that was a 15-yarder, so that had to have been a
Personal foul of some kind.
chop block or a yeah, that's what they said was a chop block.
So now we've got 3rd and 30.
3rd and 30.
Stop me if
and
you've heard that before.
We've heard that a few times. It's kind of a broken record. Hand off to Colette. Ooh, he almost broke that.
Tippinger saved a first down right there. Maybe a touchdown.
He may have saved 6 points.
Yep.
So we're under 3 minutes now, 2:46 and counting.
Checotah's cheering for their flag girls over there, flying the Checotah colors, because it looks like the McIntosh County War is going to stay here. Is there some sort of trophy or something for this? The Hilldale and Fort Gibson play for the Rock?
I'm not sure.
Or it's just bragging rights, just like old school, just bragging rights.
Might just be some old school bragging rights.
Yep.
And as the time clock or the play clock winds down, they call timeout, and they're going to talk about 2 minutes and 17 seconds left in this ball game.
104th installment of
103rd.
the 103rd.
All right, we're going to take a quick commercial. We'll be right back.
You are called to be bold. You have a right to the best wireless service, high-speed internet, and customer service at a price you can feel good about. At Bravado Wireless, we know this, and that's why we put you and your community first. We are owned and operated right here in Eastern Oklahoma. We live where you live. We proudly connect you to your family, friends, and business partners wherever they are. Dallas, Seattle, Taipei, Toronto, and anywhere else in the world. We are Bravado Wireless. We believe in the power of connection.
So Checotah and Eufaula inter-district play next week.
Checotah is lined up here to punt. We got, who's that back deep? Is that one of the Pippingers? Legal procedure. Here we go. I'll tell you what, Stephen Ray there for Eufaula, he may be one of the smallest defensive tackles in history, but he ain't got no quit in him.
Tell you what, he's sure playing hard.
Yep. Playing through the whistle, every whistle, all night long. And a high snap. Unreturnable punt here. Takes a Checotah bounce to about the 16-ish. And looks like Eufaula have one more crack to avoid the shutout here.
So next week, Checotah will travel to Tulsa Webster, and Eufaula will travel to Heavener to open up district play.
Well, Heavener's way the heck over there.
Way over there.
There for a soccer game last year. I didn't know if that was in Arkansas or what.
I tell you what, though, both teams have a very tough district.
Yep.
I don't envy their district at all.
Yeah, and for Eufaula, Coach Newton's going to go back and say, fellas, look, man, preseason's over. You've played two of the top teams in the state. They had Vian, and they've had Checotah. We're probably not going to see anybody of their caliber the rest of the year.
Oh, we get a big man down. Trying to see who that is. We'll take a timeout, and we'll see if we can figure that out when we get back.
Man, that ain't good. He took his helmet off already.
Got both trainers out there.
Yep.
I don't know who that is.
I didn't see either.
I just know it's a big kid.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Still can't get a number on who's injured. There we go. They're getting him up now. Good job.
For Checotah,
Looks like he's finally up. It looks like a left shoulder injury. He's holding that arm. Look at that. That's not good. That's our boy 68, isn't it? Jalen Atkins.
Oh, he's been very active on the defensive line.
I'll tell you what, man, that's a young fella that has made an impression on us both times we've seen him. His future here is bright. I hope he's not injured too bad, but he's
Holding that shoulder, that's not a good sign. Hopefully it's just a little stinger.
Yeah.
Minute 50, minute 44. Brian, let's start talking about player of the game. I'm throwing my vote in for Selrico Howard.
pass is complete to number 3, John.
Selrico Howard,
Yep.
senior,
7 yards on the play.
had a kickoff return for a touchdown
4-yard line.
and had that big interception.
My vote is Colin Roberts. Can we give it to both of them? Because he seems like he's been everywhere.
Works for me.
And of course now, the straw that kind of broke. Uh-oh. Here we
He's got
go.
a chance.
Here we go. Oh, they avoided the shutout. Pippinger.
And Pippinger.
Couldn't be more poetic in that.
That's right. So that is a 75-yard catch and run
And
by
buddy,
Pippinger.
the confetti is flying on the Eufaula sideline for some odd reason.
Avoided the shutout. Missed tackle there.
Yeah, man. Oh, I said uh-oh because I thought that kid was going to light him up. And he was able to shake off that tackle and scamper up the sidelines for a long touchdown. What was that, 60 yards?
No, that was 75.
75.
Took it from the 25.
Amidst the confetti.
So, and Eufaula will go for 2.
Is this the point where announcers are supposed to say
And they get the 2 points.
anything can happen?
Anything. I don't think we're going to have a 30-point swing, but
Hey, well, listen, my friend, I've got to warn you. Terry, if you're listening at home, have the aloe ready because Eric's neck is a special shade of red this evening.
got a little sun this afternoon.
Yes.
Yep. Well, man, not a whole lot of quitting those youngsters over there.
No, you know, and I've watched Coach Newton real closely throughout the game, and he hasn't lost even on that 4th down conversion or the 3rd down where there was an obvious pass interference. He gave the ref his piece, put his headset back on, and kept coaching. So I think he realized he was up against it, and he's been real patient all night long. You know, he was hoping that, as a coach, you hope that when you had Checotah chasing ghosts that you were able to capitalize, maybe get a touchdown or something, and maybe the game changes. You know, they get an early touchdown while Checotah was figuring things out, and maybe the game changes. But like I was saying earlier, I don't think they're going to see anybody as tough as Vian and Checotah here tonight in their district. So my money's on them getting it figured out before the end of the season and maybe making an appearance in the playoffs.
Yeah, I have no doubt. And both, I think you said it correctly, we have solid coaches on both sides. Deep pooch kick and will be fielded at the 30.
Is that 16?
16, youngster there.
Khalil Agee.
Agee.
Agee?
Caught and down by number 15 for Lily.
Khalil Agee, 15.
Yep.
And
With the 33-yard line.
he's probably around 15 years old.
Yeah. We got Fisher back in the game. I wonder, it looks like they've got a new quarterback, though.
Marked at the 34.
Oh, they're going in. This is the victory formation.
Victory formation, 48 seconds left.
First down, Checotah.
So 1st and 10. So your vote is Colin Roberts, number 21.
Well, I don't think we can take it away from my man Howard. Let's go ahead and give that
Just give it
some
Howard.
introspection. just kind of gathering my thoughts on that. I'm going to say Howard is the guy.
Maybe if we can get Demi in our post game to grab both Howard and Colin Roberts, which are number 21 and number 11.
Yep. And tonight, Howard was number 11 in your programs, but he was sure number 1 in the hearts of all these Checotah folks.
Right, right. So victory formation has it. Checotah will take the win in the 103rd meeting of the McIntosh County War, one of the longest running, uninterrupted high school rivalry in the state of Oklahoma.
Their 53rd victory in the series.
Yep, 53-49-1. So
we're going to take you out to some highlights here, and let's see Mr. Howard here set the tone early in the game. Coach Newton and Coach Hendricks out there shaking hands. I'll tell you what, you can tell there's a lot of respect between those two staffs.
Yep.
I think Hendricks knew he had a better team and was maybe disappointed a little bit in them being out of sync for most of the first half, but is happy with the final score line.
I think you're correct on that. I think he's happy to get out of here probably without any major injuries, and let's hope there are no major injuries.
Yep.
Happy just to get out and with the win, and Eufaula, I think, saw a few things that they've got to like.
Yeah.
All right, highlights coming up.
Highlights coming up. We promise, folks, they're
See
coming
y'all in
up.
a few weeks.
And
Tell you what, they love us up here in Checotah.
yeah, buddy. And looks like Eufaula is thanking their fans. See, that's good stuff right there, man. He's Coach Newton's got them addressing the sidelines, the fans that showed up, and for the most part stayed, you know.
Right.
And here come the highlights.
Here come the highlights. Highlights.
Yes,
Oh,
there's Mr. Howard,
there's
player
Mr.
of the game.
Howard, right, player of the game. That's the opening kickoff, literally, 24 seconds into the game?
It wasn't even that.
22 seconds?
Yep, and then he comes up with
There's
a big
this big interception right there.
Yeah.
Nice run by Pippinger right there.
And then right after that was one of their first snaps over the head.
Right.
I think you can go back and look, and every time that they had something good,
There it is.
something
well,
bad.
That's one of them. And that's Colin Roberts right there, who could very well be a co-player of the game. Nice run by Fisher.
You know, the story of Checotah all season long is going to be those triplets.
Right.
But their defense is as good as there is, man.
You know, and
They were put into some very tenuous situations all night long. They held twice inside the 10, you know, to keep Checotah or Eufaula off the board. So,
you know, one thing, Eufaula's defense, man, they played so well keeping Fisher in check except for a couple runs.
yeah, Fisher didn't beat him. And I think maybe that was –
Oh, that was a nasty hit.
Yeah.
Oh, this is one of Pippinger down the sideline.
And see, if that back there holds that block and allows the quarterback to step into it, who's to say that's not a touchdown?
Right.
And
this is
a different game.
Barrett's big catch right here.
Big time third down conversion.
Steps up into the pocket.
Yep.
That was what, 3rd and 30?
Yep.
Yeah.
He comes up with the catch there.
Sorry, we can't see any highlights. Our screen keeps going off.
But, hey, we knew what was happening. It was a snap over the head.
Right.
Oh, there is a trophy. There's a cup.
Nice. Here's the
muff
pump.
Yep.
Yeah, that was such a great job of playing the player, not the ball.
Alexander.
That's where you look back and say that this is good. This is good stuff right here.
Teaching moment.
Mm-hmm.
There's the punt off the backside. Is this the pass interference? Oh, the not pass interference. Oh, this receiver makes a great play.
Oh, yeah, made a great comeback to get it.
This is one of the very many times that Checotah was backed up against the wall and they've made plays. Now this one may have. No,
that's
this
the
is
one, Kurtzmeyer, where he just keeps fighting, right?
Yep. And folks, you'll see on these highlights how often Checotah was triggering downhill right off the snap. They had it timed very well all night long. Looks like Demi's got the coach down there, fellas.
All right, Demi just got Coach Hendricks down on the sideline, and it looks like Shropshire.
And 21 there. We got our guy Roberts.
Coach Hendricks and a couple of his players here. Congratulations on the win, guys. What is this rivalry win mean to you?
It's just a good way to come out. It really doesn't count for nothing, but it's a fun game. Good, some good practice getting ready for this. So I'm really glad. We didn't start off too good, but we picked up in that second half. So it's definitely nice for our seniors to go 3-1 against the ball. Yeah.
Coach, was there any surprises?
No, I figured if we just go out and take care of business, we'd be all right. And that was what I kind of stressed at that time, was making sure that we come and finish in the third quarter, so we do what we do.
Are you senior too? You're a junior? There was something else I was going to ask you. Is there anything that is going to prepare you, this one can prepare you for next season?
You're going to try to get Coach.
We just take it one week at a time.
All right, back to y'all. All right.
All right, Brian, Demi had her interview down there, Coach Hendricks, and
with some happy Wildcats. It
very happy Wildcats. They get to keep the Macintosh, and let's talk about that. I'm sure they, in the back of their mind, they're thinking this is a rivalry game. Anything can happen.
Yeah.
So.
Maybe in the way back of their mind, but they're kids. They've probably watched film all week and said, "Man, we're just better than these guys." And they came out and kind of after that first gut punch they gave them, it took them a while into the third quarter to really get going, really take a hold of this game.
And both teams played well. Didn't have a whole lot of silly, stupid penalties, but great game.
Yep.
All right, so that's it for here in Checotah, Oklahoma. And next week, we'll be traveling to Roland, Oklahoma as the Seminole Chieftains come into town to take on the Rangers. Very excited about that. So, folks, thanks for watching here on Bravado TV. Be sure and check us out next week. We have a new episode of The Blitz coming out with myself, Brian, and Demi. And then we'll be traveling down to Roland next Friday. And thanks, Oklahoma. Stay classy. And, Brian, your line?
Have a great day if you want to.
Exactly. See you next week, folks.
There is truly no place like home. Right here in Eastern Oklahoma, Bravado Wireless provides the best unlimited talk, text, and data for only $40 a month. We believe in strong, connected communities. That's why we live stream community events like local football games. You may not know us by name, but we'll be at the same festivals and cheering for our kids on the same sidelines. Because we live where you live. Visit bravadowireless.com or visit one of our stores, where we make it easy to join our family. Bravado Wireless. We believe in the power of connection.